In December 2009, a man received an email from his financial advisor, one of the most successful actors in Hollywood history, a man who had just earned $55 million for a single film, a man whose films had collectively grossed over $3.7 billion at the box office. The email said one thing: "Please, stop flying private. Take commercial flights. Your accounts are $4 million overdrawn." The man who had just been paid $55 million was $4 million overdrawn. He ignored the email. That man was Johnny Depp, and his financial story is not really about excess. It is about something far more dangerous and far more common: the gap between earning money and owning it. The gap between generating income and understanding how to keep it. A gap that has destroyed more wealth than any stock market crash in history. And today I am going to show you exactly how it happens. Because some version of this story is playing out in ordinary households, at every income level, every single day. The numbers that should be impossible. Let me start with the facts. Between 2003 and 2016 alone, Johnny Depp earned $650 million, not over his entire career, in 13 years. $650 million in salaries, back-end profits, and endorsement contracts. His annual income in some years exceeded 100 millions, making him the highest-paid actor on the planet. Films like Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, paid him $60 million for one role. Alice in Wonderland paid him $55 million. At World's End, another $55 million. He had a seven-figure fragrance deal with Dior. He had royalties. He had investments, he had merchandise, $650 million. From one 13-year stretch. With that money, invested even modestly, Depp should today be approaching billionaire status. Instead, at the height of the controversy around his finances, his accounts were overdrawn, with $650 million earned. How is that mathematically possible? Let me show you. The $2 million per month machine. Here are Johnny Depp's verified monthly expenses. Filed in legal documents, on public record. Every month, private jet travel, $200,000. He refused to fly commercial, one Gulfstream GV, exclusively. Property maintenance, across 14 homes he had purchased in France, the Bahamas, Kentucky, Los Angeles, and elsewhere. Total acquisition cost, $75 million. Monthly maintenance, tens of thousands minimum. A 40-person full-time staff, $3.6 million per year to maintain. Wine, $30,000 per month, flown in from around the world to wherever he was staying. Jewelry and clothes, $100,000 per month. Security, over $1.5 million per year. His entourage, constant, numerous, expensive. Total monthly burn rate, $2 million. Every month. Regardless of whether he was filming or not. Regardless of whether income was arriving. Regardless of any financial reality at all. $2 million per month. $24 million per year. Just to maintain the machine he had built. And here is the thing most people miss. When you earn $100 million in a great year and spend $24 million, you feel rich. But film careers are not consistent. Some years you film, some years you promote, some years you deal with personal crises, some years the roles dry up. In the years when income dropped, the machine kept running. $2 million per month, no matter what. And a machine that costs $2 million per month does not negotiate. It does not pause. It does not wait for a role to come through. It just runs, and the cash runs out. The most insane individual expenses. Now let me tell you the individual purchases, because they are extraordinary. Johnny Depp spent $3 million to have his friend Hunter S. Thompson's ashes blasted out of a cannon over Aspen, Colorado, after Thompson's death in 2005. $3 million to fire a dead man's ashes from a cannon. He bought a chain of private islands in the Bahamas. He purchased a 45-acre chateau in the south of France for $13.5 million and reportedly tried to sell it for $63 million when he needed cash. Nobody bought it. He spent over $30,000 per month on wine. In a single month in London, he walked into a jewelry store and spent $688,000 on a watch, a bracelet, and 2 pocket watches. He bought 19 vehicles in 3 years, $4.5 million in cars and motorcycles. He had 3 paintings he bought from a Manhattan gallery, the first 2 for $320,000, the third as a gift for then-girlfriend Amber Heard for $245,000, from a gallery, spontaneously, as a gift. $245,000. And all of this was happening while his financial advisors were sending increasingly desperate emails about cash flow crises, emails he was reportedly not reading or not responding to. The management breakdown and the plot twist. Here is where the story becomes genuinely complex. Because Depp did not just spend his money. He also claimed significant amounts were mismanaged and taken without his knowledge. In 2017, Depp sued the management group, his financial managers of 17 years, alleging gross negligence, breach of fiduciary duty, and fraud. He claimed they paid his sister $7 million without his knowledge, paid his assistant $750,000 without his knowledge, failed to file property taxes on time, resulting in over $5.6 million in IRS penalties and late fees, made unauthorized loans, overpaid for services, and racked up over $40 million in debt on his behalf without his awareness. The management group fired back. They stated, and this is the quote that tells the real story, that they had done everything within its power to protect Depp from himself, but did not have the power or ability to control Depp's spending. Protect Depp from himself. Those 4 words. His own managers, people who were legally obligated to act in his financial interest, had concluded that the greatest threat to Johnny Depp's financial health was Johnny Depp. Not the market, not fraud, not bad investments, the man himself. And here is the plot twist that no financial media outlet properly explored. Depp claimed in court that he unknowingly lost $650 million. Unknowingly. He did not know he had lost it, because he was not watching. He was not engaged with his own financial reality. He was trusting entirely in a system managed by other people, while spending freely, without any accountability mechanism, any regular financial review, or any personal engagement with what he actually had versus what he was actually spending. $650 million. Gone. Without him noticing. The lesson that changes everything. Now here is why this video matters. Not because you have $650 million to lose, but because the mechanism that destroyed Depp's fortune operates at every income level. It starts the same way. Always. Income arrives. Lifestyle expands to fill it. The lifestyle becomes a machine that requires constant feeding. The income eventually varies or drops. The machine keeps running. The gap between income and expenses quietly grows. And one day, you realize you have been earning well for years, but have almost nothing to show for it. For most people, the machine is not private jets and French chateaus. It is a car payment you stretch slightly too far, a house in a neighborhood you cannot quite afford, a lifestyle that looks just slightly above your actual income level. And here is the number that should concern every person watching this. Studies show that 70% of people who receive a significant pay rise spend all of it within 18 months without building any lasting additional wealth. 70%. The income goes up. The lifestyle goes up. The net worth stays the same. Johnny Depp earned $650 million and ended up financially ruined, not because he lacked talent or intelligence, but because he had no system between his income and his spending. No automatic mechanism that captured wealth before it could be consumed by lifestyle. No personal engagement with his own financial reality. No understanding that the machine he had built would continue consuming resources, whether he was working or not. Here are the 3 systems that protect against this at every income level. System 1. Pay yourself first and automatically. Before any lifestyle spending occurs, a fixed percentage of every dollar earned goes to an investment account, not what is left over. What comes off the top? First, before anything else, this is the only system that reliably builds wealth, regardless of how income varies. System 2. Know your actual numbers. Depp reportedly did not know his accounts were overdrawn until he was told in an email. Most people have a vague sense of their finances. The people who build and keep wealth know their numbers precisely, not approximately, precisely. Your income, your expenses, your net worth, your monthly burn rate. These are not things to outsource to a manager. These are things you must own personally. System 3. No lifestyle machine you cannot afford to run when income drops, because income always varies. Jobs are lost. Business revenue fluctuates. Health changes. Markets shift. If your monthly expenses require peak income to sustain, you have built a machine that will eventually destroy you. Johnny Depp is recovering. His net worth today is estimated at $100 to $150 million, rebuilt through the Dior deal, new film projects, and deliberate financial choices. He came back. but from 650 million to a fraction of that, after a career that should have made him a billionaire, is a warning that no amount of earnings can protect you from the absence of a financial system. Build the system. Own the numbers. Never let the machine cost more than you can afford when the income stops. Subscribe, because this channel builds the financial systems that protect what you earn. Drop a comment right now. What do you think the first financial lesson Johnny Depp needed to hear? What would you have told him? Let's go.